Man, what it do? We back in the building, baby.
Bro, I got so old my phone don't hardly recognize me. It won't open up on me. I have to damn near put my code in.
Bro, you got to re-update your facial thing so it know what you look like again. Bro, you got a whole rap verse under your neck now, bro.
They keep saying, what the old nigga trying
He got a neck sausage now.
Neck sausage.
You got a neck sausage now, bro.
I'm gonna be like, who's just trying to bring it? Who's the old nigga trying to bring it back?
Oh man, that gotta be rough to hear me say you got a neck sausage. What you do, though? It's, Hey, hit the button for me, bro. Man, what it do, man? It's your boy Country coming live from the Crash Out Boys, episode 239.
What happened? It's your boy DJ Big Dream, the Dirty representative, bro. We in here.
And you know what it is? It's the heavily orchestrated, never duplicated lyrical symphony known as the Eternal One Eternity, holding it down from the TS, GS, 2S, yeah.
Man, what to do, man? We back in the building, man. This Souf got something to say, and tonight our name is the Crash Out Boys because I presented them with a topic, and neither one of them seemed afraid, and I'm petrified. So, before we kick that off, we're going to let everybody come in the building. Get in here, get in here, get in here, get in here. Please do. Please get inside. And before we get into that, man, DJ, Big Dream, how's life been treating you, man?
Life don't like me.
Alright, so, Mr. Everlasting, how's life been treating you?
Man, I'm going to be real with you. Life has been a gift. I don't want to say a curse. It's been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being real, you know, just kind of living day, living the days, man. Like, and just take what God gave me. We just came off of Palestine Temple 18, Palestine Court number 49, joint charity ball weekend. Shout out to the team. You know, it's our first ball in 8 years, and when I tell you, we kept people entertained from sun up to sundown. I mean that. As the bartender for 2 nights, not seeing a bed until 5 o'clock Saturday morning and Sunday morning was a little offsetting, you know what I mean? But because I don't stay up like that though. But it was real, man. It was a good time. It was fun. It was cool. I am aware that I think people think that when you slow down, that you ain't present no more. And I've been watching a lot of stuff take place that probably just shouldn't take place. But yeah, politics and bullshit, you know.
Yeah, that part.
You take it for what it is and you let it go, cause what it boiled down to it, man, what I have learned is that what's for me is for me. What's meant for me is going to come to me regardless. And despite it all, somebody said something to me this weekend that I really held on to, and I really want to adopt that as a way of thinking. I asked him how they was doing, and he said, man, I can't complain. And, you know, normally we say that, we can't complain. Or, you know what I'm saying, oh, it's I won't complain, or, you know, yada, yada, yada. This man said, I don't complain when things are good, so I will not complain when things are bad. And I couldn't do nothing but respect that.
Big fan.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when things are good, we praise God. So when things are bad, we should do the same thing. You know
Even in static, bro. That's what I was always told. Even in static.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even in static.
Even in static.
Even in static.
So like, yeah. I mean,
don't just pray to God when everything good. Pray to God when the static is
right.
good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
like
what I mean?
that. No, that's a fact.
So it's funny because like Black Widow dropped and then things like kind of started moving around and things started happening. But don't think I just dropped it and I let it go. Stuff coming. Y'all just gotta be patient for it. This a long game.
Respect.
And when I say I'm playing the long game, I hope y'all have fun in the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. Cool. If you listen to it, great. Keep listening to it. Y'all gonna be listening to it for a minute. Trust me. Trust me.
Okay.
That's me. How about you? How you
Okay.
been?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I've been pretty good, man. I'm back home.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
back home.
Home.
Like I ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
If Lord willing, the creek don't rise, right?
There you go.
I ain't going nowhere. I think the mosquito truck just broke down out front of my house.
That's what it sounds like. Man. Shout out to Eureka. Shout out to Ryan. What's up, Frederick? I see everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on in. We
My boy Racist Ryan said, "Shout out to friends and dream."
it's gonna be a cluster tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get crazy.
So I'm pretty sure Ryan tuned in because I just texted him on the side because I told him this is the conversation I needed him here for.
Oh, okay.
Because like me and him had this conversation so many times.
Gotcha.
So many times. I don't even know how to introduce it. Because I'm scared of it, to be completely honest.
Can we play it?
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Do we got volume there? Yeah, I think so.
Let me get to it.
Alright, so just forewarning, trigger warning for everybody that's out there, mostly the women. We know y'all tune in for us and we love y'all. We always want y'all to come back, but this is gonna be a rough episode. This one's gonna be a little roller coaster ride. I'm the scariest dude in the room, which is even more scary than me. I don't even understand. But also, you know, everybody else in the room has made it up.
Alright. Let me get my audio together. So it's too loud. This is from the Whatever Podcast.
Hard truth to swallow. Watch this podcast. Let me know what you think. Let's go.
Average women don't want average guys because they think that they're not average. They think that they're above average. How's that going to translate in the dating marketplace? You have average women that are going to be chasing after either exceptional or above average men. They're going to curve men who are average, who are actually on their level. That's why you get caught up with boys and
Talk to 'em.
relationships and a guy never committing to you or a guy who's cheating on you because you're shooting out of your league. So if you think you're a 10, surely you must deserve a 10. You're going to chase after Chad. You're going to spend your 20s f***ing a bunch of dudes. You're never going to actually get
That's a fact.
a monogamous relationship. You'd rather have the divided attention of a hyper attractive guy than actually have commitment from an
Sheesh.
average dude because you think you're above average. That's the problem in the dating marketplace. And that's why this is a humble chat.
Hard truth to swallow. Watch this podcast.
Check. A humble check.
Humble check.
And it's funny because I've seen this podcast before,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always in some form or fashion. It feels like Battle of the Sexes.
It does seem that way.
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
seen
Like,
clips.
and it's very rare that I've seen scenes from this podcast
that it went battle.
that it wasn't Battle of the Sexes.
Right.
But I have also always watched them be outnumbered.
Yes.
And when I say that, I mean like they're literally in a studio, and I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 to 3 guys at any given time on that show.
Mm-hmm.
And on average, it's probably 6 to 8 women sitting at that table
Mm-hmm.
that they having these conversations with.
Mm-hmm.
The looks on these women's faces when he said what he had to say, though, lets me know that I think what he said was true. And I think
For
what he
sure.
said was a reflection on not all women,
But
but let me just be real with you.
Mhm.
This new generation of women,
present day social media.
ooh, good
Present
Lord.
day social media.
That's who he talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And admittedly, a lot of these women in this clip look like they're probably between the ages of 25 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
But he right.
For sure.
And I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that statement. I think that, and I don't think, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I absolutely don't have any issue talking about this, because I've watched it happen in real time.
Time and time again.
Time and time again. Growing up as a quote-unquote good guy, the one that was too safe, I done watched these women just basically do everything that he said. They deal with a bunch of guys in their 20s who they got flashy lifestyles, or they think they big ballers, or they can get them whatever they want to get. They buy X, Y, and Z. But what are they dealing with to get bought X, Y, and Z. Are they in abusive relationships that they staying in, whether they be physically, verbally, emotionally, financially, like whatever the case may be.
People don't talk about financial abuse.
They don't
That's
talk
a real
about financial
thing.
abuse, but it is a real thing. And I believe that there are a lot of women today that essentially treat men like they are ATMs.
Mm-hmm.
They treat men like they are ATMs. A lot of people don't really give a damn about the man's mental health. They don't care about what they're going through. They don't care about. They just look at them as revolving money machines.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as women continue to look at men like they're revolving money machines, things are always going to be this conflict. They talk not on this particular podcast, but it just kind of forayed into the conversations of like 50-50 and all this other kind of stuff. I remember Cardi B. I don't know if y'all seen the Cardi B clip, but she was like, they asked her like, would you ever go 50-50 with a man? She was like, if we in the same tax bracket, why wouldn't I go 50-50 with my man? If my man is paying every single thing, how can he ever save up to do anything for us?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I could save my money, but he don't want me to save my money. Because my money is my money, and he want me to be able to spend my money on the things that I want to spend it on.
Mm-hmm.
But as somebody that I am a partner with, I have absolutely no issues picking up the slack where it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if a Cardi B can say that, somebody who don't need a man for nothing, because she is self-made.
She up. It's up in the stuff.
She up, she stuck, she outside. Like, new album coming out. They announced her for SummerSlam a year ago, 2 years ago. Like, I don't think people realize that. You know, when you got somebody that connected, that well connected, what makes her so different that she's willing to do it, but you ain't? Because, oh man, there might have been another topic. I don't want to get too far off the thing. I want to stay.
I want to speak on that.
Stay on that.
I want to speak on that just a bit, man, because it was somebody that was talking Oprah recently, bro. I can't think of who it was. It was not Megan Good, bro. I can't remember who it was. It was somebody talking to Oprah, and her point was they was like, it was the whole woman making more than a man thing. And then she was talking to Oprah, and Oprah was like, yeah, Stedman had a bad go his entire life because I make so much money. And then she was like, yeah, that's unfair. I wish I could say who it was that was talking to her. She's like, yeah, that's unfair because Oprah, billionaire, if you only talk to men that made more money than you, who does that leave? Who does that leave? Who does that leave for you? Obama, who's already married? That's unfair. And they was talking about the like that. Oh, if you're up as a woman, your man should always make more than you. That's not always the case.
My man got Oprah money.
He don't. But that was the
Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates.
Yeah,
Elon Musk.
she got her day pool is 10 people or probably 20 people. Her day pool is 20 people.
And most of them foreign.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's wow. That's wow. And I like that's kind of leaning to what you were saying.
Like, go ahead.
No. I was just saying like I seen that and I was like, that's crazy because it's super real. Like I've heard this conversation amongst men. Like, what would you do if your woman made more money than you? I'd run her back for her. That's it.
You think I got a problem being a house husband? My wife make however much money. Look, I ain't got no issues with that.
Even if I can't be a house husband,
I ain't got no issues. I mean, but you right. Like, I think that's it. You know, it's a lot of things. Like women talk about gender roles all the time,
mm-hmm.
but you place us in gender roles all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So Dre.
I'm gonna think it's all financial when he talked the talk.
Oh, no, so that we kind of sidebar.
Yeah.
Go back to the top. Dream gonna get us back on top.
Man,
Dream gonna get us back on top.
You see, and I'm gonna tell you a guy, and he's very controversial. He's dead now, but he used to use that topic all the time. The dude,
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels,
Where you got the woman that's 33 now, 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, live with a friend, drive a Honda Accord, and her criteria is you got to be 6'3", dark skin, 6 figure, no kids, have your own house, drive at least a Mercedes. And he was like, where you fitting in there? Do you make 6 figures? Do you have no kids?
Do you check off any of those boxes?
Do you check off any of the boxes you just made criteria for the man that say date you? And you don't look that good. That's how he said it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think is more of it. You gonna tell me that I gotta check off 10 things, and you don't check off but one of them yourself.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, this circles back around to my boy Hot Damn
You
My
know what I'm
Rock.
saying?
Hot Damn My Rock said, "You want me to be Superman, but you just Lois Lane."
Yeah.
Circles right back to that.
Yeah.
You want me to be Superman, but you just Lois Lane.
I mean,
I can't be Clark Kent. I gotta be Superman.
I gotta be
all
Superman.
the time.
I can't be Clark Kent. Clark Kent is inseparable.
Right.
I gotta be Superman.
and that's
But you're only gonna be Lois Lane though.
That's how I feel like he mean what he said. And I'm gonna blame some of that on us. I'm gonna blame a lot of it on men.
Oh, come on, let me hear, 'cause I got a rebuttal for that. I know where you're going.
There's a lot of men out here, especially on social media, inboxing, lying, and hyping this type of shit up. You feel me? Where you got a girl that she's a decent looking chick, she got a nice body, she's kind of cute. That's all she got going for herself. And then you got these bums in the inbox or when they see it in public, they're scroping it. You feel me? Baby, you a dime. You ain't never gotta work with you with me. You ain't, if you got somebody telling you that, you got something telling you that all the time, then that's what they're gonna ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that being said, I'm not a woman, so I can't shoot it from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
But I would figure that if a woman is getting approached like that by men, she has to be at minimum moderately attractive. And I say that because I don't know nobody offering to pay 2 bills or offering to take care of a 2 the same way they offering to take care of a 7. Granted, that 7 might think she a 9 or a 10, and we think she a 7.
I agree with you. But everything above a 5 is where the lines start getting blurred. You feel me?
For who?
For a lot of men. I ain't saying for you or for him.
I
or
get
for me.
that. I get
'Cause
that.
I don't play the game with a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So, and this is the conversation part that I was scared of, right?
Yeah.
We get into the numbers part of it, right?
Yeah.
And you know, people like say it's misogynist and sexist, but like women gauge men in attractiveness too.
Based off height.
Let's get this understood before I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there.
Yeah.
Every woman look at Boris Kodjoe and be like, that's a fine man, because he's not tall, but he's attractive looking in general, right? So it's a gauge for women too. It's a gauge for men as well. The difference is that what you think our gauge is off.
I can agree with that.
Ish. Now, and then I can say this too, though. Your 10, his 10, and my 10 may be 3 totally different
Completely
10s.
different.
That's true.
So let's start it off with our 3 10s.
I mean, I think my old lady the final woman on earth.
That's
I ain't saying that because she my old lady.
But that's your team.
I mean, I like that setup though.
So if it wasn't,
he copped out, but I'm
I
No,
don't-
that wasn't.
I get it. But
No,
I don't
that
think
wasn't.
I don't
That wasn't a cop.
I get it.
He copped out, but I get it.
I get
That
it.
wasn't a cop.
I get it. But I don't think that's fair. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it's fair.
Because he gonna put us in an unfair position for
Not,
sure.
It ain't even that. I think you should think that. But for podcast purposes, and so that our listeners can, because all of our listeners don't know Miss Savage. They don't know your type. They don't know your build. Can you think of somebody that you can correlate
I got a question.
to make a 10?
I got a question for him. I know you don't want no woman other than Miss Savage, and that's the fact, right?
Bro, you can talk, bro. I'm gonna talk, bro.
Yeah, I know you don't want no woman other than Miss Savage. So, do you think that make good as 10? Because you told me.
To me, Megan Good has always been like my celebrity crush.
Okay, so
I
what?
look at her different.
So
like,
what number?
But she ain't, to me, and I'm showing you the difference. I think Megan Good is one of the most beautiful people on earth.
Okay.
Because that's always been my celebrity crush. But I think my old lady way finer.
Okay,
You see what I'm
that's
saying?
fair.
Okay. Because I like to think
Can you put a number on it?
a 9.5,
Okay, so what's your number on your old lady?
10. I genuinely think my old lady that attractive. That's just to me though.
Because you in love with her, and that's as you should.
No, see, you think I'm just saying that.
No.
But I'm not.
Okay.
I've dated some girls who people thought were 10s that I didn't find as attractive.
No, I don't know anybody you dated that was 10, and I've been knowing you my whole life.
Well, I'm telling you what other folks say.
Okay. Yeah, but they got bad taste.
I get an example. I dated a baby fat model who literally got paid to be beautiful, and she was literally drop dead gorgeous. I mean, she got paid for that.
Do I know this person?
No, you never.
Okay. I was just
She
saying.
never can add one.
don't
Never
know
can
that
add
person.
one. But drop dead gorgeous. She was just really cute to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Here's a
right,
better.
I want you to talk. I want to hand it to you.
No. Here's a better question.
Mhm.
How do you define your 10?
That's a great question.
See me,
Good question.
I guess
Good answer,
for me,
Steve. Good answer, Steve.
this is gonna be ironic too.
Yeah, go ahead.
It starts with body to me, then it goes to face.
It always have for you.
Yeah.
As long as I've known you, it always started by the end
Go
face.
to face. Yeah, I'm a body person, bro. I love a big old ass, nice titties, small waist. You know what I mean?
You probably could have said it a little bit not so.
Well, I'm telling you the truth though. So why I find all that
It's
so
late.
attractive?
You
You
should
see?
be real. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just being
Let's
real.
ride with it,
I like
man.
a big old
He
ass
gave
too.
it real.
You know what I'm saying? If you fit those and still can be cute with it, oh, you winning with me. And pretty much everybody you know that I dated, like, fuck with, they gonna have that ass. They gonna have that ass.
So so
That's like my.
that's your key point.
So ass
They
is
give
worth.
you 5 points now.
So let me tell you, ass is worth. No, I think it's worth more for you.
5 to 6.
I think ass is like 6 points for him
Okay. Out of 10?
out of 10.
Okay.
So I think like I'm breaking his number down,
Okay.
and he can fix it if you want. I think ass is like worth 6.
Yeah.
I think personality is 2,
Okay.
and I think face is 2 for him.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be too mad with them numbers.
That's how you build.
That's a good breakdown for you.
So that's how you build your 10.
It's decent. You know what I mean? I don't get a personality. I would say 5 because I need that personality to be there because I don't care how fine you is.
So 3 on
I'ma
personality,
drag
2
you.
on face.
Yeah.
So-
I'm gonna drag you if you got a bad personality.
5
I'll
ass,
find you.
5 ass, 3 personality, 2 face. Okay, we had to figure it out.
Okay.
I like that I can go last because
Bro, I like big old thick love, bro. I mean, I love.
I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta give photo personality, and then I kind of split the other 6.
Okay.
I can do 3 in face and 3 in body.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because over
Wait,
time,
whoa. You said 4 ass?
4
4
personality.
personality. Okay.
And
Thank
then I take the other 6, and I split that 6, 3 in face and 3 in body.
you. Okay.
And I say, and I say that not. I'm talking about in the weight of what they mean for me. And I say that because of the fact that I know me as a person,
Mm-hmm.
and over time, my idea of what external beauty has been has altered. I remember being in my 20s and wanting every woman I ever dated to look like Jennifer Lopez. Like in my mind, that's what a 10 was. She was light skinned, long hair, but light skinned, long hair. She hadn't had that mixed type look, that exotic look. Like that's what I stood on. I didn't find dark skinned women attractive at all. I'm just being real with you.
Oh, bro, I'm impressed.
No, just being
So
real.
first off, I want to put this out there that I'm super impressed that you was even able to say that.
No.
Because like that's shunned upon. People shun upon people for having a preference.
Oh, yeah.
That's a preference.
No, because
You
women
can
get
have
to
a preference.
Women
It's
get
safe
to
to
have
have a
preferences.
Crazy though, because women have preferences.
Women get to have preferences all the time.
I remember.
You can have a preference.
Bro, mind you, this tall, dark, and handsome shit ain't been around for about 10 years.
Man, you
He's
keep
been around longer
He
than
been
that.
moving that 10 years for about 10 years,
Yeah,
bro.
So how long you think it's been around?
Longer
Bro, ever
than
since
that.
me and you been cool, you been alright.
But I was Big Dream, bro. I was the ugly dude in the crew.
Bro, let me just
Bruh,
be real with you.
no, bro,
Light-skinned
you
men-
was moving.
Light-skinned
I had
men have
money.
been in since like
And I was
the
very
90s
popular,
and
bro.
early
Hold on,
2000s.
Bro, I was the
Unless
ugly
you Chris
dude,
Bryant.
bro.
Hold on one sec. Dream, you did have money. Me too. And I was young.
But you were light skinned.
Yeah, bro, but my money didn't make your money different.
That ain't the point.
But you know what? So that's a
I
good,
wasn't considered a pretty
that's
boy.
a good example though.
Because I was dark skinned.
Bro, that's still a great example.
Oh, ain't no
though.
doubt. That's why
because you were in a position where you might not have felt like you might not have felt like that was in, but because you had the money to be able to continue to do what you did and be Big Dream and whatever the case may be, who's to say that some of them women was there for who you were,
Oh,
and some of
no
them women were there for just who you know what I'm saying, for like who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's right.
that's the difference.
And just to be real, he was snatching chicks that I couldn't. And I had money too at the time.
But
what I mean by that is that just saying that like it wasn't who got the most money thing, because it wasn't the surprise. He was snatching chicks that I couldn't.
And that's
But he was saying that it was his skin tone. I mean, he was saying that he only got him because of his skin tone. That's not true. They preferred him.
No. I'm saying the opposite of what you thought I said. No. I had a lot of women, a lot of times, look at me in our crew like, yeah, no. They ain't no shot me.
That must have been before. I mean, that was after Pretty Tone.
You're giving me too much credit.
That was after Pretty
You're
Tone.
giving me too much
Cause
credit.
you know I ain't really
I've
realized
been
after
shot
Pretty
down,
Tone.
bro, multiple times. Nastily, sometimes.
Me too. I mean, me too.
I mean, nastily.
Well, first off, you ain't get turned down. You ain't living.
I mean, nastily. And it didn't offend me because I thought I was alright.
for the
Me too.
long.
That's all that matters to me. If I couldn't get hurt, I got hurt.
I came on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't really fall into who I was, and I hate to say this because it sounds crazy that it took this long, and it also sounds like I only got it because of this, but that ain't the case at all. Like, I didn't really start to discover who I was until I got to college. When I got to college, that was the first time I ever seriously got attention from women. The first time. I dated the same girl all through high school. It was the girl that I had a crush on from elementary school. We went to different middle schools, hooked up when we got to high school. We dated 4.5 years. It just didn't work out. But like in that time and in that mind frame, like when I was a kid, nobody really messed with me. And like that was the person that I wanted, and eventually we ended up together. So it's like I felt like I had who I wanted. I wasn't even looking today. I wasn't looking to do nothing else. Nothing else was out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I personally didn't get attention like that. So I didn't think that anybody else that I could have or would have wanted, if that makes sense, I didn't think that I could approach them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you don't have the confidence, because you just been the low man in the crew, you know what I'm saying? Like, that will take you out of the headspace completely.
For sure.
So when I got to college, bro, and it was these women that was like trying to get at me, I'm like, I don't even know how to handle this type of attention. Joining a fraternity changed that for me.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Joining a fraternity, and the craziest thing about it is that being in the fraternity I never thought about it as, oh, I'm in a fraternity, I got swag now, so women gonna want me. No, what it was that I was in a service club in high school that was very similar to a fraternity. I was already a Mason by this point, and the time that I spent, the time that I did not get from the attention of women, I dove into poetry, into music, into organizations. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to have something to do to keep myself occupied. Whether it was sports, music, like I said, music, poetry, organizations, whatever the case may be. And that's been my life for so long. You know what I'm saying? It had been my life for so long that now I just had something that I was familiar with that I could do confidently enough to make people go, Because it goes without saying that women genuinely, most women, they genuinely enjoy a confident man. You know what I'm saying? Like, no woman wants a man that isn't, you know what I'm saying, confident at least in who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But you also run into some of them women that don't want to do nothing but steal your joy.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's a lot of women like that want to steal your joy that fall into these categories that these guys was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That think they tens because, like you say, they done hyped them up, this, that. They done created this presence on social media that has elevated their status so much. But if you meet them in real life,
right?
if you meet them in real life, they not half the people you think they are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Can that go both ways?
they do go both ways.
Not just
I'm
shaming
not.
you.
I'm not.
The topic, that was
It's
the topic.
But I do think that we tend to meet. I ain't gonna say that. Because men, I can't say that. No, I can't say that. I can't say that. Because I do think that a lot of men too post for social media.
Yeah, that's why I said
that's what it is.
that.
So you can't put that as like a debate or just a woman thing or a man thing, whatever the case may be. However, I think that you would meet more genuine men online because most men kind of put who they really are out there. Most do. I ain't talking about your club promoters. I ain't talking about your people who
Your socialite.
I ain't talking about your socialite people. I ain't talking about your dudes with money who want to post, every single time they on vacation or posting nice stuff. No, like if you think about most guys, if they not content creators where they've cultivated their social media
Their life to be recorded,
right? Then you know what I'm saying. Like think about how many times you see, just like, for example. If we go kick it, let's just say we go kick it.
mm-hmm.
We might snap 1 or 2 pictures. Just be like, yo, we in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it. Yada, yada. We ain't. Hey, man, y'all want to snap this picture real quick? Yeah. Bop.
Over.
I know women who take 30 pictures.
Now, if we go together,
But I get that.
we may snap one.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. But
If we with our ladies, we'll snap some pictures. You feel what I'm saying?
get that.
But if we go, we may snap one.
But
Or we might not snap that, just tag New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess the point that I'm trying to make is when we talk about personalities for social media, I'm not taking 30 pictures to find the one picture to get the most likes.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I probably got like.
Wait, let me say something what he said. So, that now, you said a word just then. That word alone can tell you a lot what you want to know before you even approach a girl.
That's true.
I'm talking about the word likes.
Oh yeah.
Likes and comments. If a girl gets 1,000 likes and comments, she almost unapproachable.
Oh yeah.
And now she lives in a shotgun shack house, got a 459 credit score.
Oh, you
know I ain't lying. We see them all the time.
100,000 followers on social media.
We see them all the time in the car.
12 credits.
Yeah.
Woo!
You feel me? But because they get flew out once a year by somebody don't care nothing about them for real.
And they cost me like McDonald's ketchup.
You feel me? They unapproachable. They are too good for a nigga who makes 6 figures. That makes 6 figures. Bitch, you don't get the fuck out of here.
Bro, that's the crazy thing. Like, they talk like 6 figures is like.
Cause
we're not
and they ain't never seen 6 figures in their life though.
And when you run it, no. I'm a... There's something else that if you want to talk about correlations between the car lot, and y'all might remember this specifically. I done watched a woman turn down a brand new car for a 12-year-old car with 112,000 miles because it's a Mercedes or a BMW.
I've seen them from too.
For sure.
And not like, and not a Versa or a Sentra or, you know what I'm saying,
Altima.
Altima or some introductory line like that you really probably need.
That's gonna last you for.
That's gonna last
while.
you. That's got some warranty. That's gonna take you where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to show out for social media.
You gotta show the world that I drive a BMW, but you won't show that radio screen. That's orange.
Yeah.
right? You bought a BMW, but the radio screen orange. You want to show them that. You feel me? Like, and that's bro, what you're saying. Everything that's being said right now is super true, bro. Super duper true. Like, so he was talking about we don't take many photos.
I don't want to say no. I ain't gonna say no name, but I seen a girl that was on social media. It's been several years back. Beautiful dark skinned girl, beautiful, nice body, the whole nine. And she gave me some to buy a car. And I seen her next to girl, I'm friends with her. You know what I mean? She looked good in person. And I helped her. You know, I said, what you looking for? She was literally driving a 86 Chevy truck that was her dad's. You know what I'm saying? And I said, let me see if I can help you. You know what I mean? This girl got a big following, big presence now. A real 420. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Really making about $30,000 a year. Mm-hmm. And you out here acting like you is Cleopatra.
Mm-hmm. Facts, bro. I'm gonna tell you, dog. Like, we was talking about the picture thing, bro. I go through my phone and be like, oh, man, I ain't got no pictures of me.
What you say?
I go through that all the time, but man, I ain't got no pictures of me, bro. I don't take, I live in the moment. So a lot of people be like, man, Craig, you gotta take more pictures. Craig, you gotta take more pictures. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. Nah, man, I kind of live in the moment, man. Carpe diem. Like, when we do stuff, bro, we said Juneteenth just recently. Bro, I wasn't worried about taking a picture. I was worried about experiencing the people I was around and enjoying the camaraderie of it. But the thing is that value today is misplaced. Value is placed on how many likes and how many friends and how many comments you got. And that's so misplaced, bro. It's so misplaced.
Now, I differ from that a little. I don't care about the likes and the comments.
I said the value today. You're not today.
No, I'm not arguing with you either, though. Let me finish. And Savage don't like pictures. My own lady don't like pictures for real. But when we go places, I like to savor the moment with a picture.
See, that's different.
That's very different, bro.
I'm just saying that's the only thing. When I go somewhere, and then I like to go back and look at, like, I got a box of pictures in my room that goes back to when I first started DJing. And every blue moon I go through and just relive some of the moments of good nights we had. Crazy
very different, bro.
So I would like to grab some pictures for moments like that.
One, all your pictures are for you and your memories.
Yeah.
So I do have memory pictures, a ton of them. I have a ton of memory pictures. I got a picture of me at a waterfall in Atlanta. A lot of people don't even know it's a waterfall in Atlanta.
Bro, I done seen Bone Thugs and Harmony probably 5-6 times. I take concert footage every time I go see them. I probably got the same song on video 4 or 5 times. You know how many times I watched them back? None. But for posterity, just for me to record it, just to be like, this is my song. I love to hear them perform this song. I'm going to record it again. Am I ever going to watch it? Hell no. All I do is just I just take the stuff off my, clear the storage or put it in the cloud or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I can understand having them memories. But like what you said, somebody asked me for a picture the other day. I went back, the last time I took a selfie was like 9 months ago. And I was like, it's a selfie. I don't even have no pictures to send you for a flyer. Because I don't have enough pictures. I don't take pictures. I ain't had no photo shoots in a while. Like, I don't have nothing to send you. You got to work with this. Sorry.
Yeah, bro, that's my life, bro. That's my life, bro. I live in the moment, bro. I do. What's crazy is I'm everywhere. I've been everywhere for the last year and a half.
You have.
I've been everywhere. And if I send you, I got footage from all those places. Yeah. Guess who not in any of them?
You.
Me. Because I'm recording the footage for me to go back and remember. Like, now I remember when I went over that hill. You know what I'm saying? In West Virginia. I remember when I was standing in front of the finals arena at OKC before they won the championship this year. I was there.
See, stuff like that, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I can see too, like if you're traveling, you know what I'm saying, you want to snap up some like stuff, but once again, you are taking photos for you. And let me say this.
So I could give you a great example.
Go ahead.
1 second. I could post a picture of OKC arena I got on my phone.
Yeah.
Right out front of the arena, OKC, Game 7, that, right? I can post that to social media. I ain't take it for them though.
But you could have and be like, yo, I was at the finals. You know what I'm saying? And people would have been like, oh, that's dope. Not knowing that
I
you,
wasn't at the finals. I was at the arena.
but that's my point. But you just made a very good example. And ladies, we're not saying that you're not supposed to be confident about yourself. We're not saying that you're not supposed to feel who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I do think that the fact of the matter is boiled down to what he was saying. It's like every woman think they out of most women think they out of guys' leagues.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the guys that you approach, the guys that approach you, you don't want. The guys that you want, they use you. And then after they've used you, then you go back to try to get the guy that wanted you. And now they moved on. Some of them. Most of them. Most times.
And then by that time, they don't want you the way they did.
That's
so
true.
they use you too.
That's true.
Because if I ever was nice to a girl and they shitted on me, and then they found out who I was later, and then they came back, oh, bitch, this is a setup. This is a setup. You just don't know it. You better be extra sweet. You better have something in your bag I don't know about. Because if not, yeah, you're in trouble.
So I want to circle back to the topic. That's part of this topic, real quick, because I'm sitting here thinking, and it sounded bad the way we moved topics. So I asked Dream who he think was a 10. He said Miss Savage. I was like, no, he copping out. Pick somebody that you think a 10. First off, Miss Savage, I want to make sure that you understand that I think you are a beautiful, gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
And I do think you're a 10.
I agree.
What I was saying is that everybody has somebody that they are enamored by.
You're right. So let's get back to this topic.
Yeah.
Everybody's enamored by.
I'm not around the top.
Because before we came on the air, we was kind of talking, and everybody know I love Maya. Mm-hmm. So you know, Country was just like, so who's your 10? Maya? Actually, no. Maya is not my 10. Because I don't know Maya on a level like that.
Enough to give her
all the numbers.
That's right.
What I can say is I can give Maya an 8. I can give Maya an 8 because, yes, I can give Maya an 8 because on the look scale, on the talent scale, whatever the case may be, she ain't built like the type of women that I like right now.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
I met her in person. She had a gentle demeanor. You could tell she was kind of sweet, but you could also tell that she was tired. And it's kind of like, I see who she is on social media, but I don't know her personally.
Right.
And because I don't know who she is outside of the scope of the public media, I can't personally give her a 10.
Okay, so I'm gonna change this whole scenario.
Go ahead.
But I
something physical.
Yeah, I gotta change the whole scenario. But I gotta make this statement first.
Go ahead.
Miss Savage, I think you're a 10. However, you're a dude to me. In my mind, you got like a 12-inch thing. And yeah, I'm out. I don't even touch my shoulder. Don't touch my arm. Don't even look at me too hard.
Get off me.
Get off me. Move. I want to make sure that was very clear. Because that's yuck. Like, and I know that sounds terrible for me to say yuck, but that's how I view my friends, women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want no parts of that. So, but the scale is not personality.
Yeah, we did some.
The scale is 100%
when you see
off
person,
visual. Off visual. Off visual. And the only reason why we're having this conversation, and now mind you, I'm the one that's scared of this, but I gotta clear it up, and I'm finna become the bad guy. But off visual, our scale that women perceive is way off. Visually, a 10. Who are y'all 10s? I don't care who go first.
See, I don't know about around the top. I remember what I thought J-Lo was, like when you said that earlier, young J-Lo, when she was still thick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like thick women. And I mean, a whole lot of them that I see them on TV. You know what I mean? I just watched a show called Kings of Joburg.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a woman on this private investigator. Well, she's not private investigator. She was a undercover agent. The most probably basic black woman you're gonna see. Brown skin, perfect skin though. Afro, to me, perfect body.
10.
You see what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of makeup.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? I just want some clean, nice skin. I want a decent smile and some decent hair and a nice body.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, mine is kind of weird.
So
I'm
my-
not into the Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj.
And like you said,
you know.
it differentiates between the people because me personally, I ain't never been into like super thick.
No, you ain't.
I've always like petite women.
Petite, yeah.
Always been a thing for me, right? Always been a thing for me, liking petite women. So I want to give you mine, but I need to look it up. So I'm gonna toss it the book real quick while I look mine up.
So mine, no one's gonna know because
I want to look mine up.
Everybody know I'm a wrestling fan,
Okay, I might know yours then.
and no, cause she ain't that well known. She go by it's Sade Mara now. I think she was Jakar Jackson in NXT. It's the same person.
I know. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know the first name or the second one.
And for me, she built just right. She ain't like, she petite, but she also like, because she work out, she ain't all like,
Almost.
you got Jade, like Jade fine as hell,
She is.
but Jade ain't a bodybuilder. You know what I'm saying? And she was a fitness model before she became a wrestler. She fine.
Mm.
But like, to me, when I see a 10, it made me just be like, it made me double take. And seeing her for the first time made me be like, yo, who is that? And where did she come from? I need help on my TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, that a lot of people feel like that about Jada Parker too. But Jada got the ass, she ain't got the top.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a top guy.
See?
I'm a leader.
And that make difference for some people.
I'm a top
I know
guy.
people that's a top guy. I know people that's leg guy. I know people that ass guy.
I didn't dated women with big chest and flat asses before, and I didn't care, cause
And I've dated women with fat ass and no titties.
yeah.
When they lay down, they look like me.
I can't say that. I won't say this one crazy.
And I've had quite a few like that. Now they sit there they sit there for off the ground when they lay down. You know what I'm saying? They sit there for the bed when they lay down. But their chest it disappears when they lay back.
Yes,
You know what I mean? I've dated that many times.
I'm a proportionate guy. We're in our misogynistic segment right now. I'm a proportionate guy. I like proportions, right? So this is just an example. Her name is, and her name is so crazy to me. I'm gonna struggle with it. It's Yaya DaCosta.
Man, never heard of.
I'm gonna show her to you, and you can just understand what I'm saying. But that's you already know that's
They're right down here.
yeah.
Beautiful girl, nice body.
She played the love interest on Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix, the series that they don't pay us, by the way. She played the love interest to him and got cut the next season, which is crazy. But I think her role was so big that they was like she was outweighing the main role a little bit. They had to tone it back. But yeah, I think she's absolutely gorgeous.
She's most definitely gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. And that's like my eye, right? So like I'm not, like I said, I don't like the super thick. But I like proportions. So like how you said you good with like nothing.
No, I'd rather have a little. You know what I mean? But I can deal without them.
Nah, I gotta have something.
I ain't fucking them. I ain't fucking them up though.
See, you had to mess it up for me because I wasn't saying that. Goodness. You heard how you messed it up for me? I like something. I like proportions. I'm sorry, Mom. Yep.
Drink.
Yep. So, and I know y'all can't see what we're looking at right now, but we're just, showing each other like, what a good look is. So with that being said, like everybody's 10 is different. So this is the thing. You cannot
Mara Sade.
Huh?
It's Mara Sade. I said Sade Mara. It's Mara Sade.
Mara Sade. So this is the thing. Like, if you post a lot of pictures on Instagram, you get a lot of comments.
Yeah.
The more risque they is, the more comments you get. That doesn't equate to you being... First off, let's get this understood. I ain't the most handsome man in the world. I don't know if a lot of women know that. They're not the most beautiful woman in the world.
That was vicious. Talking about me.
No, I'm just being real. I mean, as men, we normally know when we're not the most handsome man in the world. Like, we know that. Jonathan Majors Jonathan Majors is highly sought after by y'all women. But he know his face is a little shaky. He knows that. I guarantee he knows that. Now, mind you, a man's job is to outkick his coverage. We want somebody that's above our rating. But we also ain't shooting our shot at Rihanna.
No.
I would shoot my shot at Rihanna, but when she denied it, I don't feel bad about it.
At all.
I'm going to shoot my shot at Rihanna.
I'm like, girl, you know. No.
Believe it or not,
Oh.
she ain't the cutest to me, but that's a 10 body to me. You see what I'm saying? Think about anybody, and she's 6'1". You get what I'm saying? That's a 10, that's all day long for me. You see what I'm saying? All day long.
I don't like it. Stop.
I love
Stop.
it.
No,
But you get what I'm saying?
Stop.
She's 6 feet 6'1", about 230. Guess we're 6 feet 6'1". That's 230. I mean, you know, that's my
That makes
perfect body
sense.
to me.
That
bro.
makes perfect
Because
sense.
you are what?
It ain't hype. So you know what's
Because
funny
you
though?
are- Because you
I
are
changed
what?
to that though.
Nope. Because you are what?
6'3", 239.
Right. But it's somebody that's 5'10" that get rejected because I ain't even 6 feet. I want somebody 5'3" to 5'5".
But listen. Ironically, I just changed to that recently because you couldn't find as many tall girls that were built like that. And I mean, especially in this area, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always found short, thick girls. I mean, they always were short. I mean, Butterfly 4'11". You know what I mean?
Say a name. Sorry.
Well, that's a you know what I
I
mean?
ain't bleep that.
But I mean, you get my point though.
This shit live.
Short and thick was the thing because I couldn't find women that were built like that and tall.
Yeah.
So when I found one, I clinged to it.
Short and thick was my aesthetic for a long.
That was mine
Short
too,
and thick,
because
Short
that's
and
what I
thick
was
was my
finding.
aesthetic for a long.
That was my young name. Shit.
Short and
I
small
had
was
two
my
girlfriends.
aesthetic.
People thought the same person.
And then I kid you not, bro. It's like the older I got, and like the more I started to work out, the more I started to try to put on, not necessarily fat, but I wanted to like put
Mass
on
up.
like mass.
Mhm.
That's when my taste started to change.
Mm-hmm.
That's when my taste started to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that point, I can remember like being into women who were like super small, but at the time, I was small too. You know what I'm saying? Like 170, 175. I'm like 210 right now. 210 can handle a little bit more than 170 be big.
He said can handle a little more.
It can. I'm just being real with you. I'm just being real with you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
funny.
Like, I want to be able to pick somebody up and just walk around the room with them. That's my aesthetic. That's what I like. I'm 5'10". I can't pick nobody up that's 6'1", 210. But I can probably pick up the 210. But I don't know about the 6'1". The leverage just ain't gonna be there, bro. I'm picking up, they gonna flip over the back of my shoulder like, I'm gonna be all out of it. It's just not gonna work for me.
He gonna fuck around and get picked up. Walk around the room with him.
Y'all ain't finna do me like
Hey, bitch, put me down. I'm a whole man.
yeah, nah, see, I ain't got time for it. I ain't even get with a woman that thinks she can handle me like that.
Let me tell you something.
Not gonna happen.
So I ain't short.
You're not.
But if I was
I'm
short,
the short man in the crew.
but if I was short, I would be okay with being picked up.
Me too, I ain't gonna lie. Me too.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I would be okay with it. Come, hey, look, I ain't not baby me. Not baby me.
You flip me and give me head. I'm upside down.
See, I ain't say all that.
Blood rushing to my head. Let me pass the fuck out.
Nope.
Look, said if I was a, I would act like a
You
baby.
sound terrified, but also sound amazing.
No.
I would act like a baby, bro.
And here,
You be like, look.
I just act like a baby.
I can't do it. My personality is too dominant for me to be able to like relinquish that type.
People start talking to baby slang.
Pick me up.
Mama.
Let me tell you, I'm so tall that I ain't never been able to do that, but I would.
Y'all gonna have to have somebody like 6'6" pick y'all up.
Oh man,
You see the girl over in Mexico, I think?
She like 6'8",
6'7",
6'9".
6'8", like 280.
Yep.
Yep. I would date her. That's a big old woman, man.
hey look,
But see, that's
hey,
different.
Look, we be out downtown, but baby, I'm tired.
Let me just lay your back. Yeah. She walk around me on her hip.
On her hip, bro.
She walk around me on her hip.
Look, my head on her shoulder.
Yeah.
I'll sleep.
Bro, you know how crazy your ass will look at your 6'2", 230 on a girl that's 6'8".
Hey, bro.
Well, I mean, predominantly she gonna date a person that's 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". She ain't gonna date. She
That's
gonna
the
get
same
this.
conversation
Yeah.
they had with Oprah. If she got that being older than her,
Yeah.
you cut off a lot of her field, bro.
She literally only can date somebody in the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 6'7", 6'8", 280.
And all the
290.
dudes in the NBA, like, they women 5 feet or shorter.
Yup, they don't like big women, do. Other than the two we seen in Vegas.
Yeah.
Them was big motherfuckers.
I think both of them played in the WNBA.
The man and the woman.
The man and the woman.
They was about 6'6", 6'7" apiece. Black dude, white chick. Yeah, they were big. Me and Craig took them. I was fighting the girl.
That's so messed up. I mean, I could have took him too, man. When you long, man, your knees,
Yeah,
your knees be a weak point.
Can I just be real with you?
What's that?
I can't date no women who feet big as mine.
Really? I can't say that. I had got mad at my ex for putting my shoes on.
That's my point.
My old lady feet ain't big as mine, but she can wear my shoes.
Bro, no, like legit. Like we would go out, we would go somewhere. And I wouldn't pay attention to what she had on. And I'd be like, you got my harachis?
No.
You walk around in my harachis.
Listen, feet big as mine. I never thought about
Now,
it.
mind you, I got a small foot, so that's kind of like.
I don't think I ever dated a person with feet big as her, then.
Now, mind you, I just thought about this. My foot is smaller than yours.
What size shoe you wear?
8.5.
See, I wear 13.
Yeah, I wear 8.5.
13?
I wear 13.
God damn, I don't want no 13.
I was supposed to be 6'4"
At least.
At least.
That's some change.
and some change.
Yeah, you drunk the wrong tea growing up.
No.
I hate tea. No, I'm using that
Yeah.
example. I hate tea, so I kept growing up.
What's funny about that, and I know we got to get back on topic. What's funny about that is I outgrew both my parents.
Bruh, these slides is 9s.
Yeah, Craig, you got kind of small.
I outgrew both my parents. My grandfather was the tallest person in my family, and he was 6'4", 6'5", something around
Yeah. I know what I just said made sound like my ass feet was really big, but truthfully,
You got small.
I just got small feet. I just thought about it. And
Yeah.
like as we was talking, I was like,
Yeah,
I got
see-
small feet. You know what they say about men with small feet?
there.
They wear small shoes. That's it.
Who's your 10? Oh, you showed us your 10.
No, I did not show you my tail. I just showed you I was really attracted to.
I know Craig Attaway.
Hmm?
I know Craig Attaway.
Yeah, I don't know if I got a 10 off the top of my head.
It's hard to say, though.
That's a hard thing
I
to
used to be really in love with
Like
Gabrielle
the girl I showed you, that's a 10 body, but she got a 6 face to me. You see what I'm saying? But that body type is the type I love.
I used to be in love with Gabrielle Union.
I've never been in love with Gabrielle.
Man, back man,
I always thought she was sexy, but and me and my old lady talk about it all the time. That's another definition, a great definition to talk about. It's a lot of people I find sexy and attractive, but I don't think they super fine.
So Gabby used to be my like, she's gorgeous, and then like as I got older, you know, you learn more about a person, and she was like, not really. And then she changed. My preference changed a bit. Man, and see, this is what you said earlier. You didn't like dark skinned women?
When I was younger.
Yeah, I always liked dark skinned women.
I used to love dark skin women.
I always liked dark skinned women.
I went from the.
And my track record does not agree with
I went from the exotic, you know what I'm saying, like long hair, light skin to
See, I ain't
brown
seen none of
skin,
them.
like brown skin to dark skin, natural. You know what I'm saying, like more natural.
I'm from a place where exotic don't come. Not even a call. Am I lying? I ain't say exotic woman to a dude married one and brought her home.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't. And I seen on TV and I felt the same way, but I never seen him, so it's like petting a lion.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I've been like so, and this is the real truth. Is that like my mom, like hammered black in me so much that like man, to this day, like I don't think nothing look better than a black woman, like nothing.
Not a beautiful black woman.
Let me see. It's stuff like that that can also influence. That can also influence this, and that's good that you said that because it kind of piggybacks on something else I wanted to talk about in regards to the topic. We talk about preferences, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I said this to y'all or not. I don't remember what podcast this was on. I tried to find it so I can give them credit. It was a guy and a girl having a conversation. The lady was talking about how, you know, men have to apply pressure and they have to apply effort, and like, what's wrong with spending $150 on the first date? You know, da 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 da. You know, woo. She was speaking up for the women, a lot of stuff that we see on social media. He said, "Let me ask you a question. You have a son?" She said, "Yeah, I got a 14-year-old. He said, "Your son can technically work now. He'll be 16 in 2 years. He'll be able to drive. He'll be able to get a job. What you gonna say when your son get his first paycheck and then he asks you for $50 4 days later, and you ask him what happened to his check? He go, oh, I spent it on his girlfriend. I gave her X, Y, and Z. You gonna call that little girl everything under the sun? You gonna call your son stupid for your son for giving her that money? But you expect a man to do exactly what your son just did. You call him stupid. Why the man that you do that to ain't stupid for doing it for you?"
It's real.
And I was like, whoo.
It's real.
Whoo.
That's real.
Because that's a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I say that, I bring up that point to get into this. At what point do the women who have sons, because a lot of women teach their sons what to look for in women, but then they don't treat the men in their lives the way that they teach their sons to treat women.
The pain that they painted for their son, they don't live by.
Right. And I think that is a huge issue in general. You know what I mean? So like, I think where you were at was spot on with that. I think where you was at was spot on.
You got a quote for us, man?
I'm about to pull one.
While he's looking,
I ain't looking for it. I did go get to eat the 7 Spice for the finally.
Yeah,
you?
full review.
The wife it took.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know. What did you get?
Look, we had lamb chops. We ordered way too much shit, to be honest with you. Because we want to try everything. I've never tried hummus. I think I'm saying it right.
Hummus, yeah.
Pretty good.
I ain't a fan of hummus, but I'm with you.
I like that. Lentil soup.
I love lentil soup.
They have the best lentil soup in the city.
I told her to get it because I heard somebody said, I don't know what you said, but I've heard that before. So that's why we got that.
They lentil soup.
That's my favorite restaurant in the city. That's why I wanted. That's
got
why I
that too. We got the 3 skewers, the I think beef, chicken, and shrimp.
Okay.
Some type of rice.
They had shrimp?
Yeah.
Jasmine rice.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
We had some kind of rice. We had the mixed sauteed vegetables or whatever they call them, stir vegetables, lamb chops, everything good. You know what I like about it? I like the intimacy of it. It's kind of dunked up. I feel like you need a VIP pad to get it up.
You just got to walk through a grocery store.
Yeah, but no, most of them don't know it's there. If one of y'all, I never would have been in that store.
Yeah.
Now I want to go back and try some of their cultured food because they are cultured in this place.
Mm-hmm.
I got to meet the chef.
It is a real Mediterranean.
Yeah.
It's
I got to
good.
meet the chef, and I
It's
told him I
really
want to
good.
learn stuff about the culture and how. He said, "Come back. I talk with you." You know, he's real
So
good.
that's on this side of the shopping center. If you go to that side of the shopping center, it's a Indian food place, and I went there before they changed their names. I went there after. When I went after, I didn't like it as much, but it could have been just the time I went because the hot bar was kind of down, and I went to the hot bar instead of ordering my own food. You ever had butter chicken before?
I don't think so.
Butter chicken is Indian food, right? Yeah.
You talking about what restaurant?
It's on the opposite. It's down from. They just changed the name, man. It's down. Well, they changed the name probably 6 months
Now
ago.
my Lucky's.
It's down from Lucky's. It start with a T, man. They new name is
Oh, it's the Tandoor.
Tandoor Fire.
Yeah,
It's Indian spot.
yeah. I ain't been there.
So I went there before they changed the name.
Okay.
And I think the same people ran. I think they just changed the name, like rebranded. The first time I went, I ordered off the menu, phenomenal. The second time I went, they got a hot bar, like a all you eat hot bar. And I went for the hot bar,
It's a place I was gonna be on like that.
and I didn't like the hot bar because the hot bar was legit set up for like, and we don't want y'all to eat too much. You feel me? Like, so it wasn't anything on the spectacular.
I got
Like it went, butter chicken wasn't on the hot bar. Put it like that.
I got you.
And butter chicken is like the cuisine for Indian food.
I can't tell you how many times I went to Seven Spice when we all worked together, and y'all looked at me like I was crazy, especially this one. So I was really happy that you said you went because I really want to know what you got.
I got all that stuff, and I got a lot of stuff.
My
So,
go-to-
so I looked
But
at
you know one thing
Wait.
I liked about Seven Spice was the price was fair too.
The prices, but no, I want
We
to,
paid
I want to,
$74.
I want to swing back to what he
And we
finna
bought,
say
like,
because we were
three
sitting on the desk in the used car building at the time. The reason why I'm swing back because you was eating falafels.
Yep. I like their falafel.
Did you eat a falafel?
I don't know what that is.
I like
from
The
Seven
outside
Spice.
is brown, the inside is green.
That's
like
Seven
crack.
Spice.
Yeah.
It's Mediterranean food, period. But it is vulgar. It's cracked wheat, so it's like, yeah. I mean, it's basically just stone ground wheat, but they fry it. They use it's basically a meat substitute. They use falafel as a meat substitute.
So with that being said,
You can get like falafel in a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like they almost look like salmon patties,
yep.
but they thicker because it's just cracked wheat with seasonings and spices.
And they green on the inside, right?
Well, that's just the seasoning and the spices.
Okay. But they are green though, right?
Some places are, but I mean, like,
Seven Spices is green on the inside.
so, yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean, part of the spice is green. That's what makes it.
I understand how it became green, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm thinking of the right dish.
Yeah, you are.
That's why I kept asking.
Yeah, I got it.
Thinking of the right dish. So I remember that day. Falafel smelled weird. And now mind you, I want to eat a falafel. I went to Seven Spice probably 6 times now and still haven't had a falafel.
Okay.
I want to try falafel just simply because you told me how great it was.
It's dry. They dry though. Let me say that. Like, if you gonna eat them, you got to dip them in something. Like most people eat them with hummus. They'll crack them in half, put a little hummus on it, take bites out of it. Because
Okay.
hummus is thick. But you can also use like the Greek yogurt or like a tzatziki sauce or something like that
Okay.
to put on it, and it's good. My favorite thing to get from Seven Spice is a shish tawook. Shish tawook, add Swiss cheese. I get lentil soup and I get jasmine rice.
What is just
It's
the
like
look though?
$10. It is literally just char grilled chicken.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sandwich like in pita.
Mhm.
So it's char grilled sandwich. It's got like a cucumber yogurt in it. They do like grilled onions, lettuce, tomato. I mean, it's literally a chicken pita, but the proper name for it is just shish tawook.
When I
Because
go
of the
back,
seasons.
I'm gonna try their shawarmas. They deconstruct their shawarmas.
No, you can get a shawarma plate or you can get a shawarma sandwich.
Oh, I ain't know that.
I get sandwiches because the plates are good, but unless you sitting down to eat or you finna have like a meal, I want something good. I want something to go. You know what I'm saying? And even like when I'm telling you like the sandwiches and stuff, everything I just told you is probably like a $10 plate. $10, $11.
Unless you get lamb. Lamb is the
Yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about the sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like they're in a sandwich on their menu over $10, unless they done changed it. But even back then, like before, like
Yeah, no, they're
inflation,
affordable.
it was like $6-7,
They're
and that was for the meal, not just the sandwich, for everything.
They're very
So
affordable.
we asked the lady what was good on the menu, what y'all claim your fame, and she started naming stuff. We said, we want one of all of them.
But like legitimate, man, I done had lentil soup probably from 3-4 places in this city before.
They the best.
It is the best lentil soup
Yeah,
you can
they
get
the
in the
best.
city. I literally used to just go to get what I just told you, and I would eat the soup, or like instead of rice, I might get grilled vegetables. I would eat the vegetables and the soup and save my sandwich for later.
Mhm.
Cause it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's that much.
No, no, you're right. You're right. I just know that like the falafels was the
Yeah, for sure.
was the rub that you heard at Nissan when we used to be like, what the hell?
I started
Because
going
remember,
there
they
because I used to
used to
get
get
my
them too.
hookah stuff. Before they had the restaurant,
Mhm.
that's where I used to go get all my hookah supplies from. Then they opened up the restaurant. I was like, what y'all doing in the back? They was like, oh, we finna. You mean to tell me the stuff that I'm buying out of here to go cook at home, I can just buy it from y'all? Like, cause
I
y'all
wanted
gonna
to
cook
get
it.
some of that stuff
Yep.
too. You can get the lamb and the
Yeah.
goat and all
It's
that
good.
stuff. And
It's good.
I'm gonna go get some of that. I ain't never cooked that meat.
They I've had goat from there before.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some.
I think I
I've
had.
had
I wanna learn how to-
goat from there too.
I want to learn how to
Okay.
cook it first. That's why I told them I gotta do some research on it because I've never cooked Mediterranean food. And I want to start playing with it. Now, it messed my stomach up.
The spice in it, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because you get to a certain age that your body get used to what it used to, and you give it anything new, it try to get it out you immediately.
Yeah, I get it.
Before, well, I know you got,
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you got a quote ready.
What do you think?
But before we go off, I've been, Mexican is like one of my staples, right? I love
Yeah.
Mexican food.
I like that.
I finally ordered. I think it's called tocada, which is a sandwich, the Mexican sandwich.
Which one? They got a few of them, like a torta.
Torta, is it? So the one I had did not have pork on it.
Okay.
I finally ordered it. 1,000% worth it. I want to say mine was chicken. I want to say it was grilled chicken.
Ever get a chance? I don't know nobody. I don't know a Mexican restaurant here that make them.
Mhm.
Or if you ever get a chance to get a pombazo, get one.
Pombazo.
Pombazo.
What's on it?
It is
So
basically like chili.
chili peppers.
Like, no. Well, like they grill the bread
Okay.
and like
That's-
they like dip it in the chili oil.
Okay.
They grill the bread on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's lettuce, cotija cheese, chorizo normally.
Chorizo's pork.
But that's what I was trying to say. Like you'd have to get something else. But normally it's like chorizo, lettuce, cotija cheese, and just like chili oil. Like it ain't a big sandwich at all.
I want to say my chicken sandwich was made like that without pork.
Man, it's good.
I think my
They-
chicken
they-
sandwich was made like I think it had tomatoes and lettuce on it.
Okay.
I think it was made just like that though. Honestly, man, it was amazing.
The only time
they
I've
definitely
ever-
grilled it on both sides.
The only
They
time I've
mashed
ever
it.
had one, I was in Texas. And I was like, before I leave here, I am going to find me somewhere I can get an authentic one. I had that and a Coke. Because technically it's not a Mexican Coke if you get it from a Mexican restaurant. It's just a glass bottle of Coke. It's real sugar.
Real quick fact about me. I don't like the way pepper flesh tastes, so I don't eat peppers.
Okay. I can see that.
Like if you serve me anything with peppers, I pick peppers out of it. I don't like the way the flesh tastes on peppers. Just you can leave this out now.
Yeah, I lost it. It's alright.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad.
something else.
But yeah, I don't do peppers, yo. And I cook with peppers. That's the crazy thing. Like I cook all kind of dishes with peppers. There's probably 3 peppers in my refrigerator right now. But I can't stand I don't order fajitas because about 50% of fajitas is peppers,
There you go. Yeah.
and I can't stand the taste.
So
of
you
the flesh.
just, you don't, that's,
So I don't eat
Fair enough.
jalapenos. I love pepper seasoning. Like, bro, I got cherry pepper relish in my refrigerator right now that I put on all my sandwiches. Love it. But if it's pepper flesh,
just not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I can't swallow it. I gag. I also can't eat mushrooms the same way though.
Our quote of the week comes from Lou Holtz. It says, your talent determines what you can do. Your motivation determines how much you are willing to do. And your attitude determines how well you do it. That's our quote of the week. For episode 239, Country, Big Dream, it's your boy Eternity. This is the South. Y'all. Peace.